Okay, great. No worries then.
I'll go.
Yes, lovely. Go on ahead then. Thanks, Nick.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
Just a bit on the kind of the first week in camp. What's it like building a new backline, new faces, few in, few out, few injuries? Can you just give us a picture of what it's like, what the process is like?
Yeah, I mean the first bit's kind of just to get the togetherness really. That's the big drive. So obviously we started off with the Masogi, which is always a tough challenge, and it's just us all getting together, really working as a team, doing something completely non-rugby related. So yeah, to bring us all together. So yeah, we started off the week with that, and then obviously we had a little bit of togetherness anyway with the evacuation of our hotel. So that always brings the boys together when you're trapped in a room with no lights. But nah, it's been a good start to the week. We've had our first training session today, and the boys are looking really sharp.
I mean, as a kind of midfield dynamic, have you had little group meetings in the pub?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Because when we were obviously in the evacuation, we got sent to a pub around the corner, and we kind of split off there. All the outside backs were together, all the inside backs and all the forwards, and basically just talked about what we're looking to do this campaign, and yeah, how we can get that in for the first session, which was today.
Who would lead that meeting now among the players, among the backs? Is there a kind of dominant voice now? Owen's gone, or is everyone kind of finding their feet?
To be honest, everyone's kind of finding their feet really. It's obviously the lads who have played a bit more would speak up in terms of experience wise. If we're talking about like a campaign like a Six Nations where it's really different to anything else anyone's experienced, and just imparting a bit of wisdom. But other than that, obviously game leaders, the 10s, 9s, they do most of the talking, and just kind of just speak really about how we can get our play going forward, and really kickstart strong.
And with Owen and Henry out, or Henry wasn't training this week, have you been filling in the midfield? How adaptable have you got to be? Is this a kind of true test of the hybrid nature?
Yeah, it's kind of we've just been mixing it around. Obviously, it was only day one today, so everyone's just been mixing it around. No one has any idea what's going to happen with selection. So for all of us, it's literally just getting the combinations with everyone like kind of on point, learning how each other plays, and just trying to make sure that whenever selection is done or whatever for the team next week, that we can just fill straight in and just put our best foot forward.
Are you comfortable in the midfield if there's a kind of shortage there as well?
Yeah, I mean, comfortable wherever, to be honest, just want to play. I mean, I think we're all in the same boat. Midfield, on the wing, either or, just really just hoping for an opportunity to play, really.
And this talk of the hybrid players now, I mean, as a player, does that mean much to you? How much work do you do on being able to fit in different positions, and how transferable are the skills and things like that?
I think. Oh, sorry, go on.
Sorry, no, I've finished.
I think the skills are pretty transferable, especially from 13 to the wing. There's subtle differences here and there, but just in like extras afterwards, and like in training, just making sure we're like practicing all the kind of skills, making sure we're doing our high balls as well as our handling skills and our defending, like double defending and everything. So yeah, I mean, in the games you end up, if you're playing at 13, you end up doing a lot of stuff on the wing anyway, or in the backfield. Same again when you're on the wing, you just end up shifting in and going into the front line. So I think there's a lot of boys in the same situation where we can play different positions. So it's just about getting comfortable and learning everything we need to know and moving forward.
Just that pub meeting, what was it like? Pub grub, pie and chips?
Yeah, burgers all round, really, to be honest. Burgers and fish and chips. Just before we obviously got there, and we'd been darting around the streets of Brighton. As we got there was a power cut in there as well, so we were just sat in the dark really for a while. But it's character building, so getting the team together. So yeah, no ghost stories, but it was it was just good to be together as a team.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, and we've probably only got time for one more in the live section, so John Westby will come to you. Thank you.
Thanks. Just on the positional thing, Joe, I mean, you've obviously been used in different places by club and country. Do you have a preferred position these days?
I think 13 is where I've played most of my rugby, just where I'd probably have the most experience at, both at at club really. But internationally, obviously, I played a little bit more on the wing and got to move in that South Africa game. So, I mean, I'm easy playing either. I love just being on the pitch, whether it's at 13 or on the wing. Yeah, it's just hopefully get an opportunity.
So when the inside backs and outside backs were meeting, were you shuttling between the two then?
On the outside backs, because 13 and like kind of wings and stuff, yeah, they're all there.
And did you find the switch to wing a particular challenge initially?
Not particularly, because I played even when I started at Quins, I was at loan at Worthing, actually just around the corner from here, and I played on the wing predominantly there. And then when I was over in New Zealand, I got a couple of games on the wing there. So then coming back to this Quins season, I had a good chat with Tabs at the beginning of when he came really, and it was kind of a bit like he was just trying to get me as much experience at Premiership level on the wing as well as 13, so that if I was to play internationally, that I could do both.
Thanks.
Right, thanks. We'll end the live section there. Could we politely ask the writers to leave the room as we move on to broadcast, and we'll see you later. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
If you hang on, I'm just going to put some people in.